just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
David Montgomery.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Logan, the ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Down behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
6-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he completes it to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Of 17 yards.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Brady gives this one off to Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
brought down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Brady. To Evans on the slam. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
58, right under the left foot. Yeah, Mike 58, right there. All right, come on, let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle. A huge man. Hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Brady had a little bit of of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
39-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. He had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. This is Logan. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Brady going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really up?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Fights loose.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Brady again. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Brady now on 1st down.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for of those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back.
A turnover on down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 45-yard line.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. 18 ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
I got one. 29 is Mike 29.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Santos' kick is up and through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But to drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down is Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The 50-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check your outreach. 18, right here. 49 is the Mike. Mike 29. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 29 is the Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Gronk. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
38-yard line.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
33-yard line.
Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
David Montgomery.
William Golston in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Good.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First